The movie begins by showing a family traveling to an island for a vacation. A special festival called Crantan was going to be celebrated there. In the car, a woman named Susan tells her children that many years ago, a deadly virus had spread on that island. Because of it, people were locked inside their homes. As days passed, people began dying from hunger and thirst. To survive, they even started eating other humans. When they finally came out of their houses, they were more like living beasts than normal humans. To honor the suffering and sacrifices of their ancestors, the people of the island celebrate a festival every 10 years. During Crantan, everyone performs an 8-hour-long theater play that reenacts everything that happened back then, so the new generation never forgets the history of their elders. On their way to the island, the family stops at a cafe. The owner of the cafe is extremely rude. After the family finishes lunch, Susan's kids go to explore the area and find an injured seabird behind the cafe. They take a picture of it. When Susan asks the cafe owner about the boat that goes to the island, he becomes terrified as soon as he hears the island's name. He even breaks a plate in fear. He warns them not to go there, especially not this month, because the Crantan festival is approaching, and the islanders hate outsiders during this time.
He explains that there aren't even any hotels on the island for visitors because outsiders are not welcome. Richard then shows him the vacation house they have already booked. The owner finally bursts out and reveals the truth. The people on that island are psychopaths. They cut outsiders into pieces and eat them, but the family still doesn't take him seriously. They think he's just a crazy chef. Susan is determined to see the Crantan festival, and after coming such a long way, she does not want to return. Soon, they hear a boat siren and rush to board it. Richard suddenly remembers he forgot his wallet at the cafe and runs back to get it. When he returns, the girl on the boat asks where they are headed. The moment they say the island's name, she freezes in fear. The other passengers on the boat also begin staring at them strangely. Some even behave rudely toward them, as if the family has done something terrible. After some time, they reach the island. They are shocked to see all the islanders gathered there, staring at them angrily. Not with happiness, but with hatred. The leader of the island, Clara, steps forward and demands to know who they are and why they have come. Susan calmly answers that they are here for a holiday and to see the Crantan festival. Suddenly, a man from the crowd angrily shouts that no outsider is allowed to see their Crantan. He tells them no one on the island is happy about their arrival and advises them to leave immediately.
But Susan refuses to go. She says she has a personal connection to the island because among the English officers killed by the islanders long ago, one of them was her great-great-grandfather. Hearing this, Clara becomes furious, grabs Susan by the collar, and threatens her, "If you love your life, leave this island right now." Before Clara can harm Susan, the man who rented his mother's house to the tourist family appears. He argues that the islanders should not interfere because the house legally belongs to him. After a tense argument, Clara warns him that his guests can stay for only 2 days. The family finally reaches the house. Richard feels relieved, but the man tells them a chilling story. His mother was murdered inside this very house, right where Richard is sitting. After saying this, he leaves. Later, Jessie goes to take a bath. While showering, she hears strange noises coming from outside. When she checks, no one is there. The family has dinner and goes to sleep. During the night, they hear the noise again. Richard and Susan step outside to check, only to see all the islanders standing in front of their house, wearing creepy masks, long robes, and holding flaming torches. They make horrifying sounds to scare them. Susan shouts, "Why won't you let us sleep? What do you want from us? Go away!" The islanders throw a dead rat at their doorstep and silently leave. Seeing this, Richard and Susan begin to wonder, have they made a terrible mistake coming to this island? Only 1 day was left for the festival that these people had come here to see, but now they were confused about what to do next because Jessie constantly felt as if someone was watching her. And she was right. Someone was secretly watching them through CCTV cameras.
Fed up with everything, Richard went to meet the man who had arranged this house for them. Richard gave him the same dead raccoon that was thrown outside their house last night. He also complained about how everyone on the island was treating them with hatred. Richard warned him that if things continued like this, he would leave a negative review about the house, and then no one would come here to spend their holidays. The owner quickly replied, "You won't do that. I'll talk to the community people." Later, the family went out to explore the island's nature. On the other hand, the cafe where the family had visited earlier, its owner and his wife had been murdered, and the police were investigating the case. Meanwhile, the islanders had prepared 4 coffins, but they had no idea what those coffins were for. Soon, the police officer investigating the cafe murders arrived at the island's security office. He informed them that a boy named Johan, a criminal who had already committed 2 murders in the past few days, had escaped and come to this island. He could kill again, so it was extremely important to catch him. Meanwhile, the islanders were preparing for their traditional festival, Cranton. The officer arrived there as well and started asking about Johan. Clara, the leader of the island, told him that Johan had left the island earlier that morning. Then she threatened the officer, saying that no outside law applies here. Next time, he must not come here with his problems. The officer replied, "I'll leave, but from now on you will have to protect your own lives." As he left, Johan was seen watching him from behind. Jessie and her brother went to a cafe where they met the same young boy who had earlier warned them that they had made a big mistake by coming here. Jessie told him they would leave soon. Their mother only wanted to see this useless theater performance. Just then, Jessie's brother was grabbed by someone and thrown outside the hotel where many islanders stood wearing strange masks. They were about to kill him. Behind them were the same coffins the family had seen when they first arrived.
On the other side, Clara held a meeting with her people. She said this would be the last time she personally directed the Cranton drama, and everything had to be extraordinary. For many years, they used to bring British people to the island and kill them as part of their ritual to please their ancestors. But with the new generation, killing didn't seem right anymore, so they stopped killing the British tourists. But now, fate had brought a British family back to their island, so Clara decided that they would take advantage of this opportunity and recreate the original Cranton by killing the entire British family and eating them. Everyone agreed with Clara, except the young people, including Clara's own son. They argued that they agreed only as long as the plan was to scare the tourists, but murder was something they would not support. Hearing this, Clara became furious and announced that the Cranton would happen exactly the way she wanted. Clara then met the owner of the house rented to Susan's family and convinced him to join her plan. Finally, the day of the festival arrived. All the islanders gathered in a ground, sitting in circles. A man wearing a strange mask beat a wooden drum to start the show. The house owner brought cookies to the family and told them that the islanders had agreed to let them attend the festival. But after what had happened the previous day, the family was too scared and decided not to go. Instead, they went swimming. The owner left the cookies on the table and walked away. The festival performance showed how their ancestors locked themselves inside their homes after being betrayed by the British Army. Their crops were destroyed and they were starving. Eventually, in order to survive, they began killing and eating other humans. Meanwhile, Susan's family returned home and started eating the cookies. But within minutes, they all collapsed. The cookies were mixed with a sleeping drug. The owner, watching everything through CCTV, rushed to the house, carried Susan to the bed, and lay beside her. But before he could do anything, the 4 family members suddenly stood up. They had only pretended to eat the cookies. They stabbed the owner with their knives, killing him. Here, it is finally revealed that the cafe owner and his wife from the beginning of the movie were not killed by Johan, they were killed by Richard himself, and the dead seabird found earlier was also killed by them. To satisfy this habit, they often visited small islands that were unknown to the outside world. After revealing their true nature, they grabbed their weapons and stepped outside. Anyone who crossed their path was slaughtered brutally. They kept killing people on their way as they moved toward the area where the theater performance was taking place. Because of this, panic spread everywhere on the island. Clara soon learned that the island was under attack, but she had no idea who was behind it. She only knew that this was the last Cranton festival she would ever direct, and she was determined to complete it no matter what. The entire island was full of fear, and everyone believed Johan, the criminal the officer had been searching for, was the one killing people. Meanwhile, this crazy family pretended to be scared along with the others. When a security agent tried to calm them down, Jessie and her brother stabbed her repeatedly and killed her. After killing her, they even took selfies with her body. A man witnessed everything and fired a flare gun into the sky. Meanwhile, the remaining survivors tried to hide inside a small house. Richard spotted them. He stabbed the door with his knife, which struck Clara and injured her. The people inside also fought back, stabbing Richard through the door. Though severely wounded, he acted as if nothing had happened. Eventually, the family broke the door open. Clara, her son, and another young man managed to escape, but the rest were brutally murdered one by one. Meanwhile, the police officer received news that Johann had caused a massacre on the island, meaning he believed Johann was killing everyone. Richard and his family gathered all the dead bodies in one place and burned them. Back at the house, they relaxed. Susan told Richard, "The smell of burning humans reminds me of our honeymoon." This revealed that they had been doing such things for years. Suddenly, Richard and his son got into an argument. In anger, Richard drove his knife straight through his son's neck, killing him instantly. Susan and Jesse didn't care at all. Susan calmly asked, "Why did you kill him?" Richard replied, "He was becoming an obstacle. He wasn't listening to me. I had to kill him." Jesse added, "Dad, now you'll have to find me another brother." Meaning, he wasn't her real brother at all. That's why Richard killed him so easily. The three of them returned to the house they had rented. Behind it was the owner's house. Inside, they found several CCTV screens and realized the owner had been watching them. Richard also found a tunnel leading directly to their house. He decided to escape through it. Meanwhile, Clara was still obsessed with completing the Cranton ritual by killing the British family. So she and one of her men armed themselves with guns and entered the house. Jesse encountered Clara first and pretended to be innocent. She claimed the owner had gone crazy and had attacked her father and brother, even killing her brother. She said he was still after them and she was just trying to survive. The man with the gun went looking for the owner inside the house, but Clara still suspected that Jesse was lying. Jesse continued manipulating her with sweet, innocent talk, insisting that they were the victims. Soon, Susan entered, crying, and both mother and daughter acted as though they had suffered terrible trauma. The man with the gun reached the room where they had killed the owner. Seeing the chopped-up remains, he realized the family had been deceiving them. When he entered the next room, he saw Richard lying dead, or so he thought. As soon as he stepped closer, Richard jumped up and slashed his neck. Before dying, the man fired his shotgun, blowing off Richard's entire hand. The family began acting again. Richard, holding his severed hand, came downstairs and confessed, "Yes, we are the ones killing everyone on this island." Hearing this, Clara lost her temper and was about to stab them all. But suddenly, someone from behind shot Clara in the head and killed her. It was the police officers. They assumed Clara was attacking innocent tourists. And thus, the murderous family survived everything as if destiny had protected them. The police rescued them and took them away. Meanwhile, Johann, who had done absolutely nothing, was blamed for everything and shot dead by the police. The movie ends with Richard and his family giving a devilish smile,